Welcome to JMC Cars. Today we are reviewing this Volvo EX30 from 2024. This model has the biggest battery package with 428 horsepower. In this video we will go through the exterior, interior and take you guys for a comprehensive drive. This model is also the all-wheel drive, and the other two models with a smaller battery is rear-wheel drive. So this is the only EX30 where you will get the option to go for the all-wheel drive. Compared to the Volvo C40, personally I think they are much worse. They have this kind of like square design, which looks much more retro. The shape of the car can be compared to a Volkswagen ID.3. It's a smaller EV with this rear end that is like cut off. Personally, I think the rear end is quite horrible. This boxy look with this big rear light and these lights at the roof just gets too boxy for me, but some people may like it. Also, this rear light looks like some of the Polestar models with this boxy rear light, so I think they have just taken it from the Polestars. The wheels are 245 by 45 and the rims are 19 inches, which is the standard for this performance model. They look like any other EV rims with the closed design for maximum aerodynamics. This is the charging port. You open it by clicking it, then you remove this and then you charge it right here. The battery is a 69 kWh battery and should be good for around 450 kilometers with mixed driving and around 590 with city driving. So pretty decent for a performance model. To unlock the car, I just have the keys here. There are no real keys, this is just a card like in a Tesla. So by unlocking it, you just go close to the car and take the card and press it against this wireless symbol, and then the car is unlocked. Let's take a look at the front and battery. On this Volvo there's no need for any levers down here. You just take the bonnet and open it, and there you have the battery. Unfortunately, you can't really get a good look at the battery. It's under these covers, as you can see. The only thing you can open is here, the front, which is about 7 liters, so very tiny. You can almost not have any groceries here. Just this tiny room. Like I said before, this model comes with 428 horsepower and 543 Newton meters of torque. The 0 to 100 kilometers per hour should be around 3.6, but we only have around 45% battery left on this car today, so maybe a bit slower than that. The top speed is capped at around 180 kilometers, so pretty average for an EV. You open the trunk by clicking this small button, as you can see here. Click that. And there you have it. And again, closing it by clicking this button. Trunk capacity with the rear seats up is 318 liters, which is pretty small, but again, it's a small car. It only weighs around 1,960 kilograms, which is quite a lot for a normal car, but normal for an EV of this size. If you fold down the rear seats by clicking this, pulling backwards and remove this, you have 904 liters of trunk capacity. Let's take a look at the interior. First, you have these two-toned seats, black leather and blue fabric material. The same color combination can be found on the doors. This blue, plastic and black leather and more plastic. When you first get in the EX30, the first thing that comes to my mind is a Tesla Model 3. This big center screen and no screen behind the steering wheel. This is just a sensor to check if you are sleeping while driving. There is no information on this, so pretty minimalistic. Like in most EVs, there are no start-stop button. You just press the brake and put it into drive, and putting it in park by pressing this. The quality of the interior is somewhat okay. You got leather on steering wheel, and this, it's like almost like rubber, hard rubber. It's not plastic, so feels pretty solid. Fabric on the pillars, and more rubber-like on the armrest. This model is also equipped with a large sunroof that goes all the way to the back, which gives a pretty nice view of the sky. The screen is pretty simple to use. You have all your applications here, Apple CarPlay, Maps. You can even watch YouTube when the car is in standby, and got your cameras, Bluetooth, Play Store. Here you have Maps, which is Google Maps, pretty responsive. Here you can check quick control for the car, ambience light, trunk, glove box, exterior lights, mirrors, the status of the car, tire pressure, days to service, total distance, left battery. Here you have settings, got your driving settings. Here you put the car into performance all-wheel drive mode. You got your sound system. Here you have your charging information, percent left, target battery level, where you want the battery to stop when charging. All in all, a pretty responsive screen for a new car. The air vents are pretty weird to use. They're this like small but tall. I think they are quite hard to adjust. Also here, the wipers you control by rolling this wheel. Works pretty well. Windows rolls down in the middle, as you can see here. And lock the car here and unlock. Can't right now because the door's open. The seats are automatic. This square, you control the whole seat, tilting it forward and backward. Pretty easy. I am 183 centimeters, so let's check out the back seats. As you can see, it's very tight back here. Not a lot of leg room, but pretty comfortable seats. You have two USB-C ports and your control to the windows. Let's take the Volvo for a spin. Let's take a ride here and take the car for a little scenic drive through the forest. If you go into settings and driving, you can choose how firm you would like the steering wheel to be. This is soft, not that responsive, medium, and firm for a sportier feeling. Let's take the car on the highway. Let's test the acceleration a bit here. Picks up pretty fast. wind noise is okay, but of course it's a pretty boxy car, so we'll get a decent amount of noise. Let's test out the performance on some narrow roads. Here you can choose the ambience. Forest gives a kind of like a glow. Sunset. Midsummer. Twilight. And northern light. Here you got all your cameras when you are reversing. You got the top view and your rear view. And we have a plate covering the light so you can't really see, but quality is pretty nice. Here is the front camera when you're standing still and driving forward. Let's test out the 0 to 100, and again the battery is quite low, so it won't be as fast, but let's test it. Again, the handling is pretty sporty, but you can feel the weight of the car and the size of the car. It's not a sports car, but it's pretty fun. Please consider to like and subscribe if you like our content. This is my first time talking in a video, so leave some feedback what you think about this kind of content where we talk instead of typing all the text. I will try to improve it over time as I get used to talking. I think the videos will be much better in the future. Let's get back to the dealer to hand over the car again. Thanks for watching JMC Cars. We will be back next week with another video.